It's really important to have an author with the same last name as me. Growing up, there wasn't a lot of representation for me. I was actually super excited to find out that Silvia would be coming to our school because I found this book about 2 weeks ago, and it's gothic, it's dark, it's spooky, it's really cool. It's really important, especially for the Latin community, to find books that have authors that share last names with us. It just gives us more representation and makes us feel like we're a part of the community.
It's not every day that we have a New York Times best-selling author in the Tri-Cities, so thank you all for joining us.
Books were just a big presence in my household in general, and my parents were journalists, so they had radio journalists. They had a lot of books and they had a lot of music. That was a very rich environment for a child. I remember that growing up in Mexico, none of my other friends had books in their house. They had maybe an encyclopedia. Even if people had money, they just didn't place a lot of value in books, but my parents did. So even when journalism is a profession that is not always the most economically stable one. So even my father used to say that we were rich in culture and not necessarily in cash sometimes. Eventually it led on to loving books, eventually it led on to loving writing in general.
The importance of stories is always very prevalent in our culture. I think our upbringing is shaped by stories. So it's really cool to see someone from that same background put that into literature that we can all read.
Growing up, I didn't have the library system like you know it in the United States, so there were no libraries where you could go in and borrow books like here, or librarians who could assist you in doing research or finding out about a topic. So people should really take advantage of that. It's always really fun to talk to Hispanic fans, Hispanic readers, people that come from a similar background from mine. They're not always centered in literature and publishing and the arts. And when you have a chance to talk to them, I think it's a very powerful thing, not only for them to see somebody who is a member of their community, but for you as a creator to see other people in your community enjoying some of the things that you are creating.
I think, first of all, this is a wonderful honor for the library and our community to have an author of her caliber here, a wonderful writer, but of course somebody that's Mexican, who can identify with the Latino community, writes about Mexico, but also writes in English. Everybody say, hola.